What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how I made that bass patch in my last video, which you can watch by clicking on this. Alright, and the track sounds like this. And this is the bass patch I'm going to be showing you how to make. Alright, so I made the patch using Diva. If you've never used Diva before, then you really need this in your life because this thing is sick, I'm telling you. Anyway, rather than me give you some half-arsed 101 on synthesis, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the bass loop and I'm just going to make changes here so you can hear what everything does in real time rather than me trying to explain. I mean, I'll try and explain a little bit, but anyway, here we go. So this is just the initial sound you get when you load up Diva. So I'm going to go to patches and I'm going to go templates and I'm going to load up this mini mono, which gives you a mini moog type template. Just going to turn the output down on that for one moment. So the way it's laid out here is you have oscillator 1 here and these sync switches, which I'll get to in a minute, and here this is the waveform for oscillator 1 and this is the volume for oscillator 1. So I'm going to turn the waveform down to about there. Going to turn up the volume on oscillator 2 so I can hear it. Going to detune it slightly. Change the waveform. Maybe turn the volume down on it. And then this button here, this sync switch, syncs oscillator 2 to oscillator 1, and the one below syncs oscillator 3. So I'm going to sync oscillator 2 to 1. So you can hear what that's doing there. Now oscillator 3, I'm going to detune slightly. And I'm also going to sync it. But because I've tuned it down, you're not going to be able to hear the detuning on that. But I'm going to leave it like that for something I'll show you later on down here. Now this feedback button here, in the instructions it says the feedback knob controls the amount of signal taken from behind the filter and fed back into the mixer. So basically what it's doing is it adds some low end to your sound. Put that to about there. Now the filter section has a ladder filter loaded up, and I'm going to change that to cascade. Turn the output on that down again. So cascade filter is a bit like a Juno style filter there. I'm going to turn the cutoff down. Actually, while the cutoff's still high, I'm going to switch this 12 dB button, which gives the filter a bit of a brighter sound. I'm going to turn the cutoff down. which, as you can hear, cuts off all the high frequencies. Give it a tiny little bit of resonance, not much. And as you can see here in this drop down menu, by default envelope 2 controls envelope 2's here, so envelope 2 controls the filter. So I'm going to pump that up, and then in my envelope 2 here I'm going to change this to analog envelope. I'm going to turn the decay down, which gives it that plucky sound. Have the sustain down, and my release turned down a bit. And I'm also going to turn up this velocity slider here, which basically, when I turn this up, the harder you hit the keyboard, the more it will open up the filter. So don't know if you can hear that, but those notes are being hit at slightly different velocities, so you're getting little variations in how much the filter's opened up. Up here, envelope 1, this controls the amplitude of the oscillators. So I'm going to switch this one to analog as well. Put my attack down. I'm going to turn my decay all the way down, and I'm going to turn the sustain down a bit. Just gives it a little bit of bite there. Release up just a little bit. Alright, so that's my basic bass patch there. In the effects section, I'm going to add a reverb. Give it a plate reverb. Just turn the dry wet down. So just a touch. Just give it a touch of pre-delay. And this section down here, I've got my accuracy turned to great. If the CPU starts getting a bit overworked, you can turn the quality down to either fast or draft, but I'm going to keep it at great for now. In offline mode, I'm going to switch this to best. So this means no matter what mode I have the accuracy in, when I bounce it down, it will always bounce down in divine mode. Switch on the multi-core. In the mode section here, I'm going to switch it from legato to poly. Now, you might be wondering why I'm switching it to poly instead of mono, saying this is a bass patch, but I'll show you right now. And this is the reason why I've detuned this down as well, even though you can't hear it. The reason is this section here, the trimmers. Now, each one of these rows represents a kind of a different instance of Diva. So think of these 3 rows going down as 8 different versions of Diva. The top knob here controls how much oscillator 1 is going to be detuned, middle one oscillator 2 detuning, and the bottom one oscillator 3. And as you can see by this red light here, when I have it in poly mode, it round robins between these different instances of Diva, and you can have that going on up to 16 different round robins. So that just adds to the analog feel, so that basically whenever you hit the note it's never going to be quite the same sound twice. Also in this variance section here, I'm going to just move up the cutoff just a little bit, and the envelope, so again these are going to be different every time. You can also change the colour of your LEDs here as well. But yeah, I'm thinking this sound is a red sound, definitely. Okay, so that's how you can make a bass patch in Diva.